multiple choice answers. Just because I'm really thoughtful and caring in that regard. I want you to have as many warm, fuzzy feelings as possible when you leave the exam. Okay? So forewarned is forearmed. Yes, sir.
Okay, so I didn't really quite hear that. What was the thing you were talking about?
I was saying if you want to be careful that you pick the high activity and the low activity and the corresponding dollar amounts. If you're just looking down the list and picking up highs and lows and not making sure that they're tied together, the activities and the dollar amounts, then you could get it wrong. Anthony, and I'm going to make that answer available to you just so you feel good about it. Okay. Questions, comments, concerns, random thoughts? What is the second way we learned how to do? So just know how to do that math, right? Know how to do that math. Ashton, what's the second way we learned how to do in class?
After that,
We did regression analysis. Now, what you need to be able to do is take something that looks like your printout and be able to construct a cost function. So fairly straightforward, but just make sure you know how to do that. Okay?
Will the labels be the same?
Yes. Or close enough to being the same. Should be pretty close.
Not to confuse us with.
I'm not intentionally trying to confuse you. You should be able to figure it out. Okay? So far, so good. Is that about all then? This chapter? Fairly straightforward, fairly easy. Should be good, right? Yes, sir.
There's a question. What is the difference between the high-low method and the regression?
Regression analysis uses all the points. High-low method uses 2. What's the difference between the two is the question. What's the difference between the regression analysis and the high-low method? The high-low method uses 2 points. Count them, 1, 2. And regression analysis uses all the points. Kind of magically, as far as we're concerned. Right? Stuff happens, out comes this analysis. And we're going to trust that it's right. The stats professors, they can tell you kind of the more complicated stuff. I'm just an accounting professor. We're just going to say it's better. It's better than just doing the high-low method. Right? This means yes. Tony? Alex? This means no. Anthony, what's I don't know? What's I don't know? Head movement. Huh? This means yes. Have you not seen me do this before? This means yes. This means no. And then what's I don't know? Yeah, that means I don't know, right? So that's what I was talking about, Anthony. And I was trying to wake you up because you're looking kind of tired. Okay. But, you know, you were just looking, looking a little tired. Which seems to be, I mean, Tony's looking a little tired. He's staring at kind of some small spot, on the wall over here. It's a little harder for me to get tired while I'm teaching, especially when I'm fueled by sugar. What's the next chapter that we're going to talk about then? Whitney, have I talked to you today? Once, just once. We'll get back to you. Megan, what are we going to talk about next?
Absorption, costing, variable.
Did we talk about that before we talked about budgeting?
Yes.
Did we?
Yeah.
Did you have was that a good tour that you were giving? Was that a tour that you were giving? Both of them were. I saw her working. She was out giving a tour today. And she admitted to knowing who I was in public. So that was kind of nice.
Yeah.
That was kind of nice.
Oh, that right there is making my life miserable.
ACTA. Did we talk about absorption and variable costing before we talked about budgeting? Yes? So what's the absorption costing income statement format? Where's your handy handouts? Oh, she's good. Precisely correct. About half the class probably could not hear her, but she said it exactly right. Revenue minus cost of goods sold equals gross margin minus selling and administrative expenses equals operating income. What's the variable costing income statement format, Brittany?
Revenue minus variable cost equals contribution margin minus fixed cost.
Revenue minus variable cost equals contribution margin minus fixed cost equals operating income. Jackie, will these always be the same? Will operating income calculated using these two methods always be the same?
What? Yeah, yes?
That's one of the two possible answers. Chance? Yes is one of the two possible answers. Chance, what do you say?
Oh, you mean the same with like these two equals?
Will operating income always be the same? Will these two numbers, will these two numbers always be the same?
No.
No, so you're changing your answer.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Chance, what do you think? Now that she's changed, changed her answer. No, no. What's that mean?
No, the operating income will not always be the same.
No, that operating income will not always be the same. Holden, are you agreeing with these two? When will they ever be the same?
No.
Correct answer there is yes. Can they be the same? Yes. When will that occur? Nick, when will they be the same? So can they be the same? Will they always be the same? Which was the question the first two people answered. No, they will not always be the same. Can they be the same? Yes. Under what circumstances will they be the same? Nick? The correct answer is a little shorter than that. Correct answer is a little shorter than that. Heidi, do you remember? No? You got it written down. Let me look in Heidi's notes. Let me see. Her shoelaces don't match. Let's look on the. It's on page 160. When are they going to be the same? When are they going to be the same?
When sales equal production.
When sales equal production, Tyson says. JJ, how you doing? Okay. The cap came off, so he's thinking really hard. So when sales greater equals production, then income would be the same. So that was a little shorter than your answer, I think, Nick. A little bit, not just a ton, but a little bit shorter. So when, I don't want to skip over Kaylee. Kaylee, when will, she would not mind, but I don't want to, kind of make her feel bad in that way. When would the absorption costing income be higher?
Production is greater than sales.
When production is greater than sales. Sarah, when will variable costing income be higher?
When sales is greater than
When sales is greater than production, okay? How can sales be greater than production, Tyler? That seems a little strange, doesn't it? I think this was asked right at the end of class, that class period, almost after class, if I recall correctly. How can sales be greater than production? Did I ask this question last semester?